Planning a vacation in Prague? We produce several video guides at vidtour.com with great tips about Prague's nightlife, shopping, day tours, and more. So visit us to learn more about this great city. In the meantime, here are the top 10 must-see and do things in the city. In 10th place, we have the Petrin Hill. This sprawling park covers much of the west bank of the Vltava River. Ride the funicular through the wooded hillside, and if you're in good shape, climb the Petrin Tower and get a spectacular view of the city. Petrin Hill is home for some great attractions for kids, so check vidtour.com for a special video about visiting Prague with your children. In 9th place, we find the Old Town Square. Wander your way through the winding alleys of Staré Mesto until you find yourself in Old Town Square. The square is lined with cafes, street vendors, and museums, and one cannot help but wonder what it was like when Kafka walked these streets. Don't forget to try to decipher the astronomical clock, a marvel of 15th century clock manufacturing. 8th place, check out the beautiful piece of architecture that is the National Theatre. Our tip: if opera isn't your thing, get a hot chocolate and gaze at the beautiful building from the famous Cafe Slavia across the street. In 7th place, visit the Viscera Park, which is situated on the southern cliffs of the Vltava. This park is a quiet break from the commotion and has some of Prague's oldest structures, like the Church of St. Peter and Paul, the Viscerad Cemetery, and the 11th century Rotunda. It's an especially nice place to soak in the setting sun over the picturesque river. At 6th place, we find the iconic 14th century Charles Bridge, which connects Old Town and Malá and was the only means of crossing the river until 1841. Statues of patron saints line this bridge. Our tip: while the bridge is an absolute must-see, keep an eye on your pocketbook. Pickpockets fled to the bridge because of the plethora of tourists. In 5th place is Josefov. This Jewish quarter is a must-see for anyone with an interest in World War II. The former Jewish ghetto is surrounded by Old Town and consists of cramped Gothic architecture and 6 synagogues. 4th place is easy. Drink a beer. The Czech Republic is famous for its inexpensive and very tasty Pilsner-style beers. Our tip: visit a small local brewery like the Ufleku or the Pivovarsky Dum for a unique beer drinking experience. Check out vidtour.com for a special video on Prague's nightlife. In 3rd place, sit right along the famous Muldua by visiting one of the 3 islands in the middle of the city. Check out some interesting architecture, have a picnic, or rent a paddle boat and give yourself a personal tour of the illustrious river and its banks. In 2nd place, take a walk through Wenceslav Square. This modern square is full of shops, pubs, markets, and sausage stands. Once you're done consuming, go visit the Museum of Communism or the National Museum, which is the large building looming over the eastern edge of the square. And finally, our number 1 attraction. No trip to Prague would be complete without a visit to the castle that dominates the western banks of the city. Climb the old winding steep straits of Malá to the largest ancient castle in the world. Walk the grounds, visit the Basilica of St. George, and begin to imagine what it was like to be the king of Bohemia. Before you leave, be sure to soak in the stunning view and understand why Prague is called the City of 1,000 Spires. These were our top 10 attractions in Prague. Visit vidtour.com to learn more about Prague's nightlife, family attractions, shopping, and more.